Hey everyone, Zach here. Now on to the 8th episode of Voltron Legendary Defender's second season, The Blade of Marmora. This time around, my assumptions were correct. Didn't throw me for a loop. It's in fact time to get into a story arc for this season. They move on right ahead to work off of Ulaz's intel to locate the Blade of Marmora and seek an alliance with them against the Galra Empire. One impressive thing that hopefully is ongoing because it's really creative is their variety of actually managing to hide their outposts, their stations. The first one that was shown, that Ulaz was at least temporarily based out of communication outpost or something like that. It was in a locally bent pocket of space-time. And with this one, with the headquarters, it's in close orbit around a blue star that's being tugged on by two clashing black holes. No idea what the actual astrophysics of that would be like, but at the very least it's a very cool sci-fi visual. Interesting concept. So it's sort of a careful outreach to the group. Shiro and Keith go to the station, seek help from the Blade's leader, Colivan, and the revelation that Keith has had one of their knives for basically all his life that causes tension. And they basically set up a situation that'll possibly benefit them all. Putting Keith through combat trials and sort of a mental journey to figure out their worthiness. That even with their resistance to Zarkon's ideals, they're still very strict. They're sort of a slogan of theirs is knowledge or death. That if you don't seek what you want, you'll pay a heavy price for it. Apparently the unique sci-fi ninja-looking clothing that Ulaz had is a standard uniform for the Blades members. And Keith is even given one, minus the mask, to go through his combat trials with increasing number of enemies. Their constant clashing with him is that there's a door on the other side of the room that they say he cannot enter. So he has to just keep fighting, keep trying to figure out a way to move forward in that scenario. And then he, through actual sort of virtual mapping from the suit itself, Colivan notes that creates sort of a virtual mindscape of the wearer's wants and concerns that he's mentally taken back to his past, or a version of it, in the hopes of finding answers about who he is, what connection this blade has to him, and what that means going forward. So yeah, pretty interesting, personally heavy stuff, and making this a Keith-centered episode. Some interesting ideas are put forth, interesting revelations are made. And again, won't reveal everything through this vlog, but they do gain alliance, the Blade of Marmora and the Knights of Voltron, the Paladins of Voltron, sorry. And unfortunately, the timetable for their plans has to accelerate because Thace, the infiltrator at Central Command, who originally shut down the solar barrier, he's gradually being found out by Hagar and others around her. So yeah, it looks like things are kicking off in a unique way. This was overall a nice character episode. Also a nice setup for however this season will likely conclude. I'll soon find out. See you in episode 20.